Okay, straight to the catwalk now. The renowned African Fashion Week kicks off here in Lagos, Nigeria with the 8th edition of the fashion exhibition. Designers from across Africa assemble their pieces on the famous runway. A burst of creative expression was birthed. Take a look.
The 8th edition of the African Fashion Week kicks off officially in Lagos. Various designers take the runway as their canvas. Models walk in different fashion expressions. Other fashion entrepreneurs, side designers, also get the spotlight as the Lagos Fashion Fair partners with the African Fashion Week. In hopes to gain more exposure and customers, the entrepreneurs put up their tent.
The whole fashion industry is called showbiz. There is the show aspect of it, and then there's the business angle. The show gives you visibility, and then business gives you the cash flow. My pieces are Afrocentric pieces. They are indigenous, made in Nigeria pieces. We use Ankara, Adire, Ashoke, the popularly known African fabric to create indigenous fashion statement pieces from Nigeria to the rest of the world.
Being a Pan-African event, some Nigerian designers collaborate with other African countries to bring the vision to life.
I'm a Nigerian, I'm an African. It's a pleasure for me to present Africa to the world. Basically, my fashion brand is how to reach the modern generations of Africans in Europe. So on the other hand, I still want to have access to my origin, which is Africa. I'm from Edo State, which I would love the world to see my tradition, my culture, and origin.
I've been in other fashion shows, but what stood out for me today was that it was so diverse, all the African prints, but still also normal haute couture. The models were so beautiful, looking really beautiful girls, and it was so nice to be, back to the roots. This is different, than in the other fashion shows normally I do in Europe.
Young female designers see the platform as an opportunity for their fashion brands to gain more recognition.
The collection is actually named after my mom, Amokwe. It's just to honor her and to celebrate her for the labor of love so far. Yeah, that's it. And the collection is just for the fashion-forward woman, everyone that wants to look good, and just to promote our culture, Adire. It's part of it. It's not just by dancing, but promoting our textile too. So that's all about the collection.
So my collection was inspired by Nigerian sounds, particularly two songs, Being Paid by Asha and Olorioko by Infinity. So, and the collection is called Ohun Olori. Ohun is the voice or the sound of something, and Olori, there are two things. Olori being the head of an entity or a community or a tribe or something, or a family. Olori typically refers to the female head of, So it was a juxtaposition of these two kind of voices, and those were the inspiration for the textures, the shapes that you saw in our collection. So a lot of our clothing was very voluminous in the shapes, and those were inspired by the sounds of drums and the textures that you see in the use of lines and waviness. Those came from, when you look at our traditional African drums, essentially how they are designed. So they have these strings on their sides, and I guess that adds to the quality of the sounds that they generate. So these were the inspirations for us. It was very textural, I guess, that's the technical side of it, and I don't want to bore people too much, but that's what it was.
The African Fashion Week promises to be back, bigger and better come the 9th edition.